The Erin Caffey family murder case. Hey, friends. Buckle up because today's case is straight out of a horror movie. We're talking about betrayal, murder, and one father's unbelievable will to survive. This is the story of Erin Caffey and the brutal attack on her family. A peaceful family shattered. It was the early hours of March 1, 2008, in the quiet town of Rains County, Texas. The Caffey family, Terry, his wife Penny, and their 3 children were a deeply religious, tight-knit household. Everything seemed picture perfect. But that night, their home turned into a bloodbath. A nightmare begins. Terry Caffey was jolted awake by the sound of his bedroom door creaking open. Before he could react, bang! A gunshot, then another. He felt searing pain as bullets ripped through his body, hitting him 5 times. Through the haze of agony, he saw 2 intruders, one holding a gun, the other wielding a freaking samurai sword. Yeah, a sword. Penny, his wife, didn't stand a chance. She was brutally gunned down right before his eyes. The intruders then turned their attention upstairs, where the Caffey children had been awakened by the chaos. The children's last moments. 14-year-old Matthew was the first to face the intruders. He immediately recognized one of them, Charlie Wilkinson, his sister Erin's boyfriend. "Charlie, what are you doing? Please, stop." But Charlie didn't stop. He shot Matthew point blank in the face. Gone. 8-year-old Tyler had been hiding in a closet, trembling. The intruders found him and ended his life in a similarly horrific way. The entire house was now soaked in blood. A father's miraculous survival. Believing their work was done, the killers doused the house in gasoline and set it ablaze. But Terry? He wasn't dead. Not yet. With unimaginable strength, he crawled out of the burning home through a bathroom window and dragged himself nearly 450 meters 1,500 feet to a neighbor's house. He was barely alive, but he had one final act of strength left. The killer is Charlie. And then, he blacked out. Against all odds, Terry survived after multiple surgeries. But nothing could prepare him for what he'd learn next. The shocking truth about Erin. As firefighters combed through the charred remains of the Caffey home, they recovered the bodies of Penny, Matthew, and Tyler. But Erin? She was missing. Had she been kidnapped? Had she escaped? Everyone feared the worst. But when police arrested Charlie Wilkinson, they discovered something chilling. Erin was found safe and sound, sleeping in Charlie's trailer. Wait, what? That's right. The daughter everyone assumed was a victim had been cozied up with her boyfriend, one of the killers. Erin's lies unravel. At first, Erin played the scared, innocent victim. She claimed she had been kidnapped, drugged, and remembered nothing. But there was no smoke on her clothes. No drugs were found in her system. Phone records showed she had been in constant contact with Charlie before the murders. And then, Charlie broke. He told police everything. This was Erin's idea. She told us to do it. She wanted them dead. Yep, Erin, the sweet, innocent preacher's daughter, had orchestrated the slaughter of her own family. The motive, love or revenge? So why did Erin want her family dead? Love? Freedom? Or just pure teenage rebellion taken to a psychotic level? Erin and Charlie had met a year earlier at a fast food restaurant. They quickly became inseparable, but her parents, especially her mother, strongly disapproved of the relationship. They imposed strict rules, even taking Erin's phone away at one point. And to Erin, that was the ultimate betrayal. So what did she do? She plotted to get rid of them. Erin and Charlie exchanged 7 phone calls on the night of the murder. She knew exactly what was happening, and she wanted it. Justice served? Charlie Wilkinson and his accomplice, Charles Wade, were both sentenced to life in prison without parole. Erin, despite being a minor, was also sentenced to life in prison for her role in the murders. But here's the kicker: Terry, the sole survivor, forgave her. He has since spoken publicly about how his faith helped him heal, and even advocated for the possibility of Erin getting parole someday. Yeah, let that sink in. Final thoughts. This case is straight up haunting. A girl who had everything: a loving family, a stable home, threw it all away in the name of teenage rebellion, and a boy who, let's be real, wasn't worth it. And yet, despite all of this, her father still found it in his heart to forgive. What do you think? Could you forgive someone who did this to your family? Let's talk about it in the comments. Until next time, stay safe, trust your gut, and maybe, just maybe, Don't date a guy who owns a samurai sword.